Good morning from the Livermore trailhead. Today going to be hiking the Tripyramid Loop. So North Tripyramid, Middle Tripyramid, and South Tripyramid Peaks. What a mouthful. For a full trail guide of all three of these 4,000 plus footers, you can go ahead and check the link in the description below. So the first 2.5 miles or so, we're going to be on this old dirt road here. It can be pretty monotonous. We're going to be going up the north slide today of the North Tripyramid Peak. And it's going to be some good class 3, class 2 scrambling, and excited to get after it. If you're new to my channel, I do virtual trail guides here in New Hampshire and New England and beyond, in addition to hiking related content, tips, and gear reviews. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button to not miss any future hike related content. After a bit of PTSD trying to bring Juno up Huntington Ravine on Mount Washington, we decided to leave her at home for the North Slide Trail. I'm pretty sure she could have done it, but we just don't want to take that risk again. And I think morally, mentally, we couldn't have handled it turning around. So this is a dog-friendly trail, but we'll be able to tell you the extent of which later on in the hike. After about 2 miles of hiking, you're going to reach a trail junction here, and you're just going to continue this way on the Livermore Trail. This is the trail junction for the South Peak, or if you want to do the loop in reverse, just about 2.5 miles in. We're going to do the North Slide first, and it's recommended that you continue to go straight and do that route first because the North Slide is pretty slippery sometimes and kind of slabby, so it's easier to ascend it versus descending it. But we will be coming back down this way. So this is a lollipop loop essentially, and we're going to start going towards North Tripyramid first. .5 miles into the hike here up the Tripyramids, and you're going to meet your last trail junction before the North Mountain. North is about 1.2 miles away, and you're going to take a right here from the main road and finally get on a trail. .9 miles in, and the official start of the slide here. See, it's pretty slabby, a little wet, lots of moss, and it'll be just about a mile of this kind of hiking before you reach the summit. Jackie's starting up the kind of slabby section here. It's definitely probably very, very low class 3, high class 2. Be careful on this rock. There's a lot of lichen and moss and everything else, so it can definitely get slippery. But right now it's pretty dry for us. While we're scrambling up the rock here, it's a good time to talk about gear for this hike. So for this one, definitely want to have trail runners or mountain boots with a good grip. So whatever you feel comfortable with. Definitely having some good traction on this one is key. Backpack with food and all the other daily stuff, water, and then hiking poles is a good idea for the way down. The South Tripyramid has a loose trail from what I've heard, so it might be helpful on your knees there. Of course, I'm an idiot and forgot mine in the car. For a full list of all the gear I've used on this hike, including my trail runners, you can check the links in the description below. Into the trees. Since people sometimes think my opinion is insane, I'll ask Jackie, what do you think of the trail so far?
It's fun.
Do you think it's pretty difficult?
I think I'm glad I have experience rock climbing. It's a little nerve-wracking to be on exposed scramble like this, but I'm having a good time.
The rock has been pretty solid, but you'll get sections like this, and when here, you just got to be careful not to send anything, and if you do, just make sure you call it to the people below you, because stuff will fall really far down this thing if you send a rock. All right, looking down to like the first half, a lot more slabby down there, and looking up here, you can see it's like a bit more boulder hopping than slab, but still class 2 for sure. Looking over to Waterville ski resort and down some more slabs. Jack's working our way up. Beautiful views up here today. Almost done with the slide here, and once you get up to the top, it's not going to be as pretty as it is here, so take in these views if you have them. After 5 miles of hiking, you're going to leave the slide behind and just have a short hike up to the summit here of North Tripyramid Peak, your first one of the day. Whew. Wee bit humid, sweating my tits off. It is not even hot out today, but man, this humidity, it gets you. All right, summit of Mount Tripyramid here. Not much to see, but just gonna take a quick look around here. Yeah, nothing here. There is a little viewpoint this way, but it's pretty high up, so the best views are definitely going to be on the top of the slide there if you have a clear day. But yeah, so this is peak number 1 of 3. This is North Tripyramid, and from here you're going to make your way over to the middle.
First 4,000 foot mountain in New England.
Nice. As we're working our way over to the middle Tripyramid Peak, give some quick notes about the slide trail. So we were talking about it. We probably could have got away with bringing Juno. In general though, dogs, I would say you need to have one that's very comfortable on rock slabs. You need to have one that's comfortable going up sustained, pretty steep sections, and one that listens for sure, which Juno might have not checked that third box. In general, it was a nice, fun, pretty solid mix of slab and some loose rocks, so I wouldn't say you need a helmet, but if you bring one, definitely not a terrible idea, especially if you're coming on a busy weekend or something like that, where the chance of getting something flung down at you is much higher. But a really fun little scramble. In terms of ranking it, some people say it's number 2. I would say it's a significant step down from Huntington Ravine, just in terms of the technical grade. Huntington Ravine has some pretty exposed class 3 moves, whereas this was mostly class 2, maybe you could argue some minor class 3, but really a lot of slab class 2 hiking. From the summit of the north peak to the middle is about a half mile. Continuing towards the middle, you'll reach this trail junction. You're just going to want to continue kind of straight this way and keep working over towards the middle Tripyramid Peak. Summit of the middle Tripyramid here. Got some pretty views. Working our way now to the South Tripyramid. Just about another half mile of hiking to gain this one. You're gonna have a little bit of elevation gain and loss, but not that much. A couple guys up there, so just wanted to let them enjoy it without me being annoying and filming in their face. But from here, you got about a total of 3.5-ish miles back to the car. So I've heard the descent, like I said earlier, is a little loose, so we'll see if that holds true. But all in all, I would rank the views as the middle having the best views, north being second, I guess, because you do have those great views at the top of the slide, and then south being last. There just wasn't any views at all, just covered in trees. Pretty straight down, so hiking poles right now would probably be great. The descent conditions might be crap, but man, are the views not. Wow, very beautiful up here. Even though the South Tripyramid here is a little bit easier than the north, it's still very slow going and some still good high class 2 moves, some rock scrambling here. So it's just making for a slow descent because we want to be careful of our footing. All right, almost down this south slide here, and it is loose, man. Definitely needed those hiking poles, and just be careful even with sure footing. The sand is just not great. So especially towards the bottom, it's very eaten out. So just be careful and take your time so you don't want to roll an ankle when you're so close to being done. Back to the original trail junction here, which means that we're almost done with this hike. We're gonna wrap up this hike of the Tripyramid trio, if you will. So overall, I would say, kind of going back to dogs, I would be okay bringing a dog on this hike if they were very good in the mountains in general. So just able to do some scrambling, able to find their own way. Obviously, since it's a wilderness area, you're supposed to keep them on a leash. So obviously good on the leash too. In terms of gear, definitely hiking poles. Definitely some shoes with good grip, as I mentioned earlier. And I would rate this a moderate hike. Just under 3,000 feet of elevation. And it's going to be a bit longer than what I said at the beginning. So it's going to be about 11 miles, give or take a little bit, which is interesting because none of the sources I read said that. But anyway, a nice hike. The descent down South Tripyramid was just a little bit loose in areas, and you know, it wasn't ideal, but honestly it wasn't terrible either. For a full trail guide of the Tripyramid Loop, you can go ahead and check the link in the description below. I'll have everything you need to know about this hike, camping, how to get here, fees, etc. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button not to miss out on any future content. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.